Okay. Should be back. Hopefully. Where's my thingy? Nowhere to be seen, right? Hi there. Yeah, got my emotes and stuff. All my other stuff's back. Let me make sure Cloudbot's in here. Bug up there. I hate that. Hi there. Invisibles. What's up? Yeah, they're all in here. Awesome. Then what else do I have here? I had something else to do. Oh, oh wait, that's what I need to do. I need to log in on there. That's what I'm gonna need to do. Creator. Here we go. And I should probably switch on here too. So annoying. They make it do switch on here. Not easy. I hate authenticators. There we go. Go see, got him. Think I was a bot before? How was I a bot? What the heck? How would I be a bot? Oh, sweet, guys. Give me friends request. Here we go. This is all. Just peek my Instagram and you love me. Thank you. You guys. Do I have a channel on YouTube? Yes, I do. Still have your penis? I don't know. Does it look like there's a penis there? Invisible whatever is a bot, yeah. Think he's a bot. Oh no. They're both doing it. That's a problem. Wish I didn't have to see your face again. I wish I could, but I can't. I'll have to make it so Streamlabs doesn't do that. Wish I knew how to tell you what I want. I wish I could, but I can't. Mm-hmm. Wow. Got a lot today. Got a lot of those today. Hi guys. Is that a shock collar? I wish it was a shock collar. That would be a lot more fun, wouldn't it? Be pretty fun. What's the song? This is Here Right Now by Tiero and Marielle Gesualdi. Don't know. You do fitness? I don't know. Hey, Shadow Serpent, welcome back. Do I do fitness? Let me see if I got. Where'd it go? Here we go. I've got the best fitness tool you could ever want right here. I've got a shake weight. Shake weight. Do I like anime? I love anime. I love anime. I just finished rewatching Hunter x Hunter because that's my favorite. Cosplays? Sometimes. I did, usually just for Halloween. I did, with one of my friends, we did Tiger and Wolf from Future Man. Okay. Okay, Simbo. I'll see you soon. Thanks for the host. Ray Quant. Good night, Invisible. Trans hot tub shake weight. Too much to take in, I know. It's a lot, right? Thanks, Bo Donka. Hi there, Jeff Bezos. Hi. Shake weight. Too much. Not gonna be able to. If I hold it higher, it's a better workout. You think so? Not really. What about side to side? Is that a better workout? Oh my gosh. Just ban that bitch right there. Anyone? Ban him. Never getting him banned. Ban you, yes. Never shall you be unbanned. The forehead area. I wish I could work out my legs with the shake weight. Bezos went into space yesterday, yeah. He did. I didn't read about what happened after that. Shake weight. Gotta redo my emotes. Yeah, you're right. I do need some new emotes. I mentioned I'm gonna dye it blue. Yep. That was the plan. Damn, party house project. 20,000, huh? How close are we getting on that goal? Does it say how close we are? How many points do you guys have, too, out of curiosity? Like, how many channel points do you guys have? Some of my regulars, just kind of curious. 330, that's it? That's all you have? Oh, I guess you didn't find me till after I was banned, huh? That's right. You found me through Demon Mama, I believe, so that's why. A gentleman never tells. Oh yeah. You think so? Oh, I've only streamed. Actually, I've streamed. This is my 4th stream since being back. 4th. Streamed Thursday, Friday, Monday, today, Tuesday. Oh, you have 13K to spare, Killer Queen? Damn. Damn. Alright. Let's see. Okay. You got it all set. God, I'm gonna get so buff from this shake weight master, right guys? So buff. So buff. I'm so weak now. If those arm motions made you buff, you look like the Terminator, yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but I might just be joking around a little with this thing. I know, crazy, but might not be 100% serious. You know, that is Prime. Thank you. Appreciate that. You. So it is nice being post-op and like I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's nice. It's like just really nice to be able to just use a vibrator and sit back and relax to masturbate, you know, instead of having to go through all that effort and stuff. Much better. Way better. You'll pay for the Valheim server vicariously. Yeah. I wouldn't complain. It's not expensive though, so I don't mind. I don't mind hosting it. What I do mind though is Maddie and Tasha not playing on it. I bought them Valheim. They're playing on their own server. Lame. Hi, Trans Barbie. Welcome back. Dire. Am I drinking a margarita? No. Someone do, what's the command again? Fuzzy Buns? I forgot it. What was it? It's like drinks? Or drink, that's it. There we go. Always the same, every stream. I saw someone tweeted out about getting me sponsored through Bud Light Gaming or something. I think that was you, Prime, wasn't it? I saw that on my Twitter tag. Never drink in a hot tub. That's how people die. Is it now? Is that how people die? Drinking in the hot tub? I don't think I could drown in this. Zinni would save me. I'm very confident that even if I passed out like head first in here, Zinni would come in. She would save me. She'd pull me out. No problem. Doesn't matter that she's a 10-pound chihuahua. She'd pull me out. She just heard me say her name too. Literally just heard me say her name. I didn't even change my tone or anything. She heard her name. So now she's coming. People die when they are killed. I don't know about that, Simbo. Think so? What'd you guys think about Loki? I've heard a few different opinions on it though, but yeah. What did you guys think of Loki? Go. Hi from Alaska. Wolfpack Gaming. There she is. She heard her name and now she's here. Zinni, do you want to come? Oh, she doesn't. She doesn't. She does not. Loki, the TV show? I mean, is it not obviously Loki, the TV show, like the series that just had its finale? It's that one. I'm asking about the current thing that just happened, you know, regarding Loki. Kind of upset that Loki got his ass beat by normal people and didn't use his powers like at all. Well, I guess. I don't really remember that. Like him getting, I don't know. Do we really know that the judge girl, whatever her name was, I forget, the one who was like the judge at the TVA, was she necessarily normal? You know? I don't know if she was normal. And also their powers don't work there either. So I don't know. I didn't see too many issues with them. It's my favorite episode. I love the finale. Honestly, I mean, I read the different opinions on it though, like of it being what they always do, and Marvel now of like Deus Ex Machina, basically behind the scenes, invalidates everything because everything is not as you believe it. But I liked it. I liked it. I don't see an issue there, honestly. I don't see why that is an issue, I guess, either. It's like, it's just an interesting idea, and it was all philosophically interesting, I thought. Thought-provoking in general for me. And none of it felt like out of character or anything. Like, I could see Loki making the decisions that he did, and I liked it. I thought it was fantastic. So yeah. Also, damn, it's pretty kinky to, like, fall in love with yourself, you know? That's like, come on, like, real talk, that's even kinkier than, like, having sex with your mom or your sister or something. Like, straight yourself, that's, like, even kinkier. They got it. The only reason they could get away with it on a show like that is because, you know, it's not possible, right? So it's like, it's fantasy. So they can pull that off, and they did like the gender change and stuff too. So they made it like plausible, I guess. But like in reality, that's like, that concept is pretty fucking kinky, right? That's pretty kinky. Oh. Here we go. I totally fuck me. Yeah. Yep. I would too. I mean, who wouldn't have sex with themselves, really? Given the opportunity. Would you really not have sex with yourself? I totally would. Way too much fun to pass up. If it's not weird, then I'm having my sister over for some Netflix and chill. I mean, I personally, I think it's just, those kind of taboos in general are pretty silly, right? I don't think they really much validity or anything to them. They're like old school taboos that were there because you didn't want children that were fucked up genetically, right? If you're having sex with people whose genes are too close to yours, but in modern society where we have birth control and knowledge and that sort of stuff, like, really, they're just sort of nonsensical. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And to be clear, I'm talking about consensual sex between adults. You know, like, doesn't really matter if they share some genes with you. Shouldn't be having kids. As long as that's not an issue, then doesn't really matter. It's like, it's just such a popular thing in porn and stuff too. Like, and they do it, like, everyone's who has that fetish, they're really thinking about, like, you know, it's hot to them, their mom and their sister, and then, like, even in porn, they cop out and they go with, like, stepmom, stepbro, you know, stepsister, like, they go that direction, and it's just a total cop out because that's not what people are into. Hi there, smile. you wouldn't symbol, but you just don't like yourself. Tough one there, I guess. We are all related somehow. I signed up for that Ancestry.com thing. You have thousands of 8th and 9th cousins on there. I mean, yeah. Inbreeding is not good. If there are no babies, I guess no harm, no foul. Hard to get over all the indoctrination, to be honest. Exactly. It's like, that is all it is, though. If you actually care to look at it from a logical perspective, like, it's just purely something that has been indoctrinated into us because, as a taboo, because of, it did make sense in the past when we didn't have birth control, we didn't have abortions, we didn't have all the scientific knowledge and understanding of it that we do now. And so at this point, it's all irrelevant. Like, you know, really does not matter. But people are just incapable of framing it that way, and that's just kind of, when I think about that, it sort of saddens me for society too, because it's like, wow, people really are just truly incapable of looking at things logically. They are just too haunted by the past, too incapable of free thinking, basically. Just looking at things from an actual logical viewpoint. You only watch one porn category? What's that porn category? What conversation do you join into? I mean, yeah, we're just talking about the whole mom and sister fetish that is prevalent in porn. Just where they say stepmom and stepsister, even though it's not what it's really about. Finally, I stream for me. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, no. How it started is, like, we're talking about Loki with his alternative universe self, and how I feel like that is even kinkier. That's like, somehow it's, you know, it's like PG-13, like super mainstream TV, but in reality, that's like way kinkier and everything than sex with a mom or sister or whatever it is, but yet it's okay, and that's because it's not reality. That's the only reason that isn't a taboo, because if it was possible, if, like, you know, we did have access from an early time to alternate realities and timelines, or if, like, cloning was possible, like, way earlier, it would have been a taboo. But yet, and they wouldn't have been able to show that, but yeah, I guess that's the conversation. Kinkier the better, I agree. Kinkier the better, right? Trans, that's your category, that's fair. I know a lot of people who watch that category. You know what's funny is I even though I am trans, I do not like watching trans porn or anything like that in general. Just not into it, you know? Has never really turned me on or anything, so. Loki better get it. I agree, dude. Like, I'll be... Dude, next season, they better just fucking smash, right? They need to have a kid, too. You know, they should just go all out, subvert everything. You get with yourself, but you never get with a family member. Not even if it was an identical twin thing. Just never. I guess I would never bang someone I grew up with. Yeah. Well, that's really what it's about, though, right? The growing up, but what if you didn't grow up with them? What if you met them when you were an adult? Because, yeah, there's a big difference between people that you grew up with and then, because I agree with that more, and it's just like a trust and sort of, it's a different thing. When you've like grown up with someone, you've been there, like, you're not gonna be, and I just think that has nothing to do with genes, really, or a blood relation and all that. It could be someone who's, you know, an adopted sibling or step sibling or stepmom, whatever it may be, you know. And but when it comes down to it, like, if someone was like directly related to you and you didn't grow up with them, why does it matter? If it doesn't make me a little uncomfortable, then it's boring too. I thought it was straight till I hooked up with a trans. Honestly, it opened up a whole new lifestyle. I mean, why does being with someone trans have anything to do with being straight or not? Those kinds of people are usually pretty easy for me to pick out, I guess. Like, there are people who are like bisexual or those things, and they're just, I guess, cowardly to explore it, and they try and use trans people as sort of the answer, like the midway point or something to having the courage, I guess, to actually try something. And like, I definitely have mixed feelings on all that, you know, definitely mixed feelings, because like, it sucks, I guess, that society has put anyone in that position where they just don't have the knowledge or tools or whatever to deal with their own sexuality. But I think that's also kind of messed up towards the trans people, because like, it definitely does not make you gay or bi or anything like that if you are into people who are trans or want to date someone who's trans or whatever definitely have nothing to do with one another. And so, like, yeah, it's a weird and complex area. But in general, I feel it is pretty disrespectful to sort of use trans people for that, and I don't know. I mean, it's fine, J-Dead. You don't have to go because I'm trying to educate you. Like that, see what that tells me is like, you are just a coward, right? That is like exactly proving that you are that kind of person, right? Someone else, you were too cowardly to face your feelings before and needed that to do it, and now anyone just very politely is like trying to educate you, and your reaction is to, hey, I'm scared of this, I gotta bail, right? That is what I see right there. You should really, if you are still here, you should try and work on that. Actually just facing things head on rather than always running. It was my biggest hesitation about coming out. I mean, biggest hesitation was what other people would think, right? Isn't that always what it is? Like, it's just terrifying how, whether or not other people will accept you, all that sort of stuff, like, terrifying. Because I tried when I knew beyond any doubt that I was trans at 13. I tried at 14. And all I could think of and all my fears were that I would be rejected, right? Which is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. Of course, I was by my parents, and they sent me away. Inpatient facility, all that stuff. It was a very poor reaction. And yeah, that is the nightmare for every trans person, right? Like, being rejected to that level. You really just need, like, if you can have that one person that accepts you, like that first one, that can go such a long way, but getting that first one is terrifying. Like, which is what I got with my girlfriend in college. She thankfully did accept me, and that is, from there, I didn't worry anymore. I mean, I still worried a little, I guess, but it's like, at that point, nothing's gonna stop me, right? Like, I'm okay. Because you need that first one really badly. How do I feel about trans competition in the Olympics and sports? Maybe bigoted to just have them compete in their own category. Absolutely would. All the science and everything just proves beyond any doubt that it is irrelevant. There's nothing wrong with trans people in sports. Dean Mama sent me a video on it actually that just proved it beyond any doubt. There's nothing there. hormones takes care of any competitive advantage that there is. So it's just people being salty, illogical, transphobic. That's all it is. You know? There's no debate, there's no argument there. If you care to actually look at any of the facts and that stuff, that's all it is. Eliminate male and female sports and have testosterone and estrogen-based sports. Yeah, totally fine with that, because that is all that matters. Whether you're on estrogen or testosterone, that's all that's gonna affect your performance, you know? So that's it. It's really that. Thanks, I'm around her. Hi. Hi, dog on a stick. Welcome back. Yeah, no, I haven't seen you in a while. If you weren't aware, I got banned. It was a whole big controversy and all that, you know, like, it was a whole big thing. So yeah. Hi, Guy Incognito. After a year of hormone therapy, your muscle tone and such aligns almost perfectly what you're transitioning to. Go check out Jingle's Science Lab on YouTube. He's a master's in sports medicine and has an excellent video on it. Thanks. And yes, Kroisky, are you joking? So if a dude has muscles and has world records, they can change into a girl and break their records. Like, you're a perfect example of someone who is unwilling to look at science. You make assumptions. You do all that and you don't look at just everything that has been clearly proven. Through every study, through everything, like, you know? It's that simple. Obviously, a guy who's on testosterone shouldn't just be able to say that he's a female and break world record. Like, obviously, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if someone is on hormones, estrogen, and transition, like, they're gonna be exactly in line with females. Like, that is it. It's really that simple. Really that simple. It's not, yeah. Thanks for the info and not calling me. Oh yeah, Kroisky. You think so? I can show you, I can link you. More than happy to educate the uneducated. If you want to show me a study that shows that, you know, trans people are just dominating, talking about actual science and stuff like that, go for it. I will definitely read it, watch it, whatever, when there's a chance. Like, if you want to show me some actual science, go for it. I will definitely look into it. I'll show you some stuff. If you want to actually, you know, pretend like you look into things and all that stuff. There we go. Oops, not this. That wasn't it. Copy it. we go. There we go. There's a video that will clear things up pretty well, I think. Do I post on Reddit? Sure. As if men are suddenly concerned about female sports anyhow. It's such a BS go to art. Dude, JRG, that is such an excellent point right there. Like, seriously, excellent point. Like, any males ever gave a shit about female sports, and then all of a sudden, it's just rampant transphobia. That's all it is. People just being duped over by Fox News and the other nonsense, you know, like rampant transphobia. Pretend to care about any of that because, hey, it's another way to hate on trans people, right? Is really what it comes down to. He pointed out when there's an issue, I'm not saying anything beyond. There is literally a biologically female black woman who was just kicked out of her group for the Olympics for having naturally higher testosterone. Let's not forget that every human has both testosterone and estrogen. You're absolutely right. Like, all that, sports are inherently unfair. You know? How is it fair that some people are born 7 feet tall for basketball, or they're born, you know, this is biologically female, that woman that I did read about, you know, is born with a much higher natural testosterone level that gave her competitive advantages in sports. Like, this is just how it works. And like, as long as they're on hormones, though, that advantage is reduced to the point where it really should not be a concern. You won't spend 40 minutes educating yourself. Shouldn't be commenting. I mean, you can skim through it if you want. You don't need to watch the whole thing. But if you want to actually see something that really breaks it down, everything for you, you can watch that. I mean, my Reddit user ID is on my links page. There we go. Get my Reddit ID on there. Wait, there's a clip on Who's Lou's channel. Why is he clipping me? I have no idea who Lou is. Hormone therapy, the difference are less than what naturally exists between people not on hormone therapy. Yep, that is a perfect description right there, Prime. People in general, there's always going to be differences and all that, but like, there's huge discrepancies between people in general, and when it comes down to it, people on hormone therapy are not going to have a significant enough advantage for it to matter. And just because a handful of trans people win some things all over, you know, the United States, like, it just paints such an incorrect picture. You know, it's like sure, that you can find like a couple cases of trans people winning stuff, and it's like, sure, but what about the, you know, the other 99 plus % of contests all over that are being won by cis females like they always have? You know, like, those don't make the headlines. They're just, you see like the couple of outlier cases that there are, and people try to make those into big things and be like, oh, look at this. It's like, no, that's not how it actually works. Just because trans people have the opportunity to win a couple things doesn't mean that it's wrong or anything like that. There are regulations that these people don't realize trans people meet before competing in these events. Yes, exactly. Like, there are regulations, science-backed regulations. You know, trans people have been allowed in the Olympics a long time. A long time. I don't even, like, it's been over like 2 decades. How many trans people have won things in the Olympics? Not many. Not many. And that's because it's not a significant advantage as long as they have met the requirements of being on hormone therapy, you know? Thanks, Enrique. I appreciate that. Welcome back to my stream for you. And I'm glad you like my hair. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's something. And yes, this is a collar. It is indeed a collar. You like me without the glasses? I've been torn on that. Glasses, no glasses, you know? Hi there, Tommy. You think it's cute? I like it. I like the color. I think it's cute too. You mean I look fantastic with or without it, but you like the combo? Thanks. No, Mins. You fucked up. Don't do that. Hi there. White snake gone. Jeez. Yeah. Definitely a child, huh? Yeah. No, you can ban him. Dude never used leg. There are people who have such sad lives that that's their only goal, you know? Just try. They have no desire to change or anything. They're just like want to spread as much hate and negativity as they can, and that's because their lives are really, really sad. I feel for them, like that their lives suck that much, that they are that sad, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna still just ban you, because it doesn't excuse you being a terrible human being, you know? It sucks that your life sucks that much, but I still can call you out for just being a piece of garbage, too. Because even if your life sucks that much, like, you can still be a decent human being. You don't have to do that. Like, I'm sorry that things are that bad and you have nothing else but to try and come on Twitch and just be negative, hate people. But doesn't excuse it either. Thanks, Tommy. What's floating in the pool? Little duckies. My little duckies. That's why people like box cock are good peoples. They engage in conversation instead of threatening and harassing. Yep. I don't mind people, you know, if you, regardless of your feelings, if you're willing to just be a basic, decent human being and be willing to look at things, discuss things objectively, or just as a decent human being would, rather than just going towards hate and that sort of stuff. There's no need for that. Look, are they cute? Alright, I need to grab another one. Another one of those. I'll be right back. I will be right back. Just need to grab another drink. Cool. Zen. Oh, yeah. Little duckies. Ducklets. Wait, was it a ruse, the tweet? No. I had to stop it because my Facebook stream went down. I couldn't get it back up, and I didn't have things set up well enough yet. So I had to switch. We are constantly heading towards a more progressive, accepting world. We always have been and always will. Absolutely true right there. Absolutely true. That's the thing I feel like baffles me. I guess people who are basically anti-progress. It's like Are you anti-black people? Are you against women being able to vote? Like, what? Can you not see that these things have happened over time and where it's headed, and how if you are against trans people and against these things, like, it's not hard. You can just see you're on the wrong side of history. It's not fucking rocket surgery here. Like, it's very clear how things have gone through history, and like, we're on a very clear track here. You people who are against this are just embarrassing yourselves because you're on the wrong side of history. Hi there, Danny. So many of them will say yes in their darkest of hearts. Sadly, I worry about that stuff. I don't know. I don't know about that in the modern era, but the Middle Ages took us backwards big time. Sure. I am talking about the modern era, though. Definitely. We are not gonna go, like, for any of our, like, lifetimes, our parents' lifetimes, our great grandparents' lifetimes, and beyond, really. Like, I mean, anything, it's been a very clear route, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Make America gay again by MAGA, yeah. I'm down for that. Almost ended 60 years of progress. Did you see you tweeted Bud Light Gaming? I did see that. I was thinking it was Prime, but it was you. Okay. I did see someone tweeted about me with the sponsorship and everything. Little duckies. What is my name? Anne? Yep, my name is Anne. Middle Ages gave us jousting, so I'll count that as progress. I mean, I count it as progress in a way too, in that it made us all aware of the dangers of cult mentalities and that sort of stuff. I mean, there were lessons to be learned there and everything. You're excited to see where we go. Personally, you're a transhumanist. You want to replace your body for a robot body? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Although, what about the brain? Do you want to replace your brain too? Or just everything besides that? The brain is where it gets tricky, I think. Right? At that point, it's a very interesting philosophical question in the form of, like, The Prestige, if you've ever seen that movie or something like that, where, you know, it's that, what's that old philosophical argument, the ship, like, the ship of thesis, how's it go? The ship, I forget the pronunciation. Thesis, thesis. But, you know, I remember the concept, which is that if you take out, if you replaced every part in an object, like, is it still that object, you know? Like with the ship, if you replace every part of a ship over and over again until nothing original remains, is it still the same ship? And that same question, I think, is very, very much applies to people and philosophy and those sorts of things. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Are you your brain, or is it something else? If I can teach a computer to think how I think, then am I that computer, or is that computer me? I mean, I think no one knows the answer to that, right? Because, like, what if you just were duplicated over and over again, many times over? Like, are you all you? Who's, like, what does that mean then? So yeah. There's a lot to think about there, for sure. It's always like with teleportation and that stuff too. I wouldn't take a teleporter unless it was opening a wormhole of some kind, because if it's just destroying your body and recreating it like atom by atom elsewhere, then I don't think it's really you still. Just doesn't feel like it would be you. What show was it that went into it? Invincible. Invincible touched on it too a lot. Like, if you watch that show, like with the guy in it who he was like a malformed mutant, and he lived out his life through the robot body, but he just wanted a real body, and they did the like cloning thing basically with him, and you know, and he had to talk to his own clone of like, they both just like closed their eyes and opened them, and they didn't know which one they would be, and one of them was lucky and got to be the one with the good body, and the other one was the one who was a mutant who just needed to die. And so like that's I think that's just like a weird, messy situation. Like, if you're killed, I think your consciousness ceases to be. And if you recreate it, like, it's something. It'll act just like you, but it's not you. You won't be there. It won't be like you closed your eyes and were there. I mean, yeah. Sound really educated student. Did you go to university? I mean, I have 2 degrees. I have a good theory on this, and helps me understand everything better, but it's not for everyone. I look at it this way: I may slowly vanish, but then again, life changes us, and so as one life form winds its way into the universe, it molts one's soul like a snake shedding its skin. Yeah, I don't. Anyway. Altered carbon, also, yeah. Altered Carbon, yep, is another show that went into that sort of stuff. Your brain is shaped by your experiences, and no two are alike. It's true. Quantum physics, you wouldn't even have to deconstruct yourself. All instant movement requires is quantum entanglement. Maybe. We don't know. There's still a lot of question marks up there with quantum entanglement and exactly how that works and what it means and all that stuff. Oh, little duckies. It's not you because you could just destroy the original. Teleportation is just a glorified Xerox machine. If I die in the process, then it'd be impossible for me to know. So it wouldn't matter to me. Sure, Prime. That is true. And I think about that, I guess. It's like, you die and you wouldn't care, but like, you still die and you no longer exist, right? Essentially, what's happening to you, it's no different than death. It's like closing your eyes, you never wake up again. Whatever happens then, that's what happens to you. And that's like, why at that point then, why does it even matter that there's a version of you continuing on? Because you're not continuing on, with that sort of reasoning. Why not just kill yourself right now? If you have that little regard for your own life, that's sort of how I see it, I guess. Like, at least as far as our knowledge is right now, like that's where our knowledge right now leaves us. It could change in the future. We could get more conclusive evidence towards how things work, but as it is right now, we cannot prove anything anyway, and most likely, it seems like you just are ending your own life just because there's another, they copy you after doesn't mean you didn't still die. You love philosophical conversations in Hot Tub Stream, yeah? New meta on Twitch, philosophy hot tubs. I think that'd be pretty sweet. What am I sipping on? These are Bud Light seltzer lemonades. Tyler, tropical Gava. We're doing existential dread in here tonight. Yeah. A little bit. If it's an exact copy, it's you at the time creating an instant twin. You won't experience anything the copy experiences. You're right. That's right. Like, you, as you exist now, you will never know what your copy experiences. So it's really no different than just killing yourself. Like, does it really even matter that there's a copy? The only things that it matter, like that the copy matters to, is other people, right? It doesn't matter to you. It will not affect you at all. So, sure, your copy could bring joy or experience or change other people's lives, but your life still ends. What is human if not to suffer? Buddhists believe that suffering is the only thing that everything that will ever exist will feel. I mean, how is just dying suffering though, right? To me, that's just like cowardly, right? I mean, eventually you have to die, but if you're killing yourself, if you're, taking that way out, that's not suffering. Yeah, it all ends. How is that? There's no suffering there unless it's painful, of course. But if it's not painful, there's no suffering. You're just clocking out, saying, I'm done. It's not suffering. Be hot if you wore a Pokeball bikini, your Jigglypuffs and your Squirtle. Do they have one of those? Seriously, link me a Pokemon bikini with fucking Jigglypuffs and a Squirtle. I will buy that right now. My point is that immortality is just a fear of one's natural end. And in replacing my entire self with an immortal copycat consciousness, I'm willing to accept that this is simply creating a daughter self through binary fission. Why would I kill myself to create a copy of myself? Because I would hope that my clone self would live longer and see more things in the universe than me. It's a bit like my legacy. I don't need to know what my copy experience is. But I don't know, like, that's fine. Electrofem. Shit, is this? Am I crashing? I hope not. My bitrate is so low. Still low. Shit. Okay, but like there's nothing wrong with that. Like Electrofem, Marie, it's just I think we should recognize it as such, that you're ending your own life to create a copy. Not that you yourself are continuing on, right? Because those are different things. It's like see it as to look at it. If you wanna kill yourself to have something continue on in your place, that's fine as long as it's recognized as such, I guess. It's your choice to do, right? Just can't pretend that it's something other than what it is. The movie Multiplicity taught me anything is you don't make a clone copy from another copy. What's that? What was that movie that just came out or that TV show that came out recently with Paul Rudd? On Netflix. It was pretty good actually. Like the cloning one. Came out like a year ago or so, I want to say. We all suffer. We just gotta make sure our life is worth the suffering. That's true. You're an amputee. You can still feel your missing leg. I can feel when I stub my prosthetic. Though completely foreign to my body, it is an extension of myself. That is a reason enough for me that I am able to ship a thesis. God, I'm gonna have to need to look up this pronunciation. Pronunciation.
Theseus.
There we go. Alright. The stream, hopefully it's okay now. It's showing green bitrate for me again, so hopefully it's okay. So, Theseus, okay. I mean, I've had something amputated as well, you know? And I guess I just don't see the fact that our bodies are able to adjust and adapt and create new nerve connections and those sort of things as really having much to do with anything besides just our ability to adapt.
For the therapy session, laughing face, lol.
Prime. Thank you. Let's see. Prime. There we go. So, you want to do the ship of Theseus, copying myself until the very end of your natural life. Like when my body is failing from old age. I'm with you there, Marie. Like in that show, Upload, or there was a Black Mirror episode on it too that was similar, but yeah, like I would personally not do it unless I had no other options, right? Because I think you are basically ending your life and that's it. You will cease to be. And it's a cool thought to have something, you know, it's like a kid. Basically, it's just like a kid. It's like people want kids because they want them to carry on their, like, that's the desire. You want that. a very selfish desire of our need to feel like we matter, to continue on, all that stuff. And like, it's fair. But really, yeah, it's no different than having a kid, right? You will end and your kid will carry on, and that's a perfectly human desire to have, right? But it's not you. It's not you. Experiences in life that change us in our views can be seen as being deceased. Can they? I mean, I don't know. I guess I need more explanation there, because I'm not sure what that really means. The trick is transferring consciousness and the soul. That's the holy grail of science fiction singularity. It's just good to know there are others out there like us. Watch the series Solos. There are a few episodes that touch on this topic. Possibly. What about Golem or Graveler, since that comes out the butt? I don't think a soul exists in the standard religious view. I'm with you there, Jason Samfield. Like, I don't believe in souls, but I think we are still tied to our bodies, though. Our consciousness is. I don't think there's such a thing as transferring consciousness. I think there's, destroying and recreating consciousness, but not the same thing as transferring. So I would love nothing more than that. It's like, that's something that certainly every trans person constantly dreams of, If there was anything that I wanted to believe in more, especially as a kid, it's like transferring consciousness. Like, that is just every trans person's wet dream right there, right? If only I could, have my consciousness transferred into a female, But don't think it works that way. Not yet, with what science has given us. It could change in the future, but as of yet, there's just zero scientific proof really of that sort of thing being possible. Even if it's like just a really hard thing in general, I think, to ever prove, because it's just a really, really difficult topic. I don't even know if we ever will be able to have more conclusive results on that, because it's a very, very hard one. Maybe we will. I hope we will. I hope that's something that gets answered, because I think it's a very, very important question. It's pretty crazy, too, that Theseus, asked it so long ago, and it's still such a time current topic. Like, that is rather brilliant of that guy, like, to have come up with this philosophical question so long ago. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. If it's anything like fan opinions, oh my gosh, I'm trying to. Can't do it. Why? I can't do it. People keep typing. Can't do it. Okay, I'm trying to catch up here. Most people, you know, want to believe people who have died are still around. You're right, JRD. It's like the soul is definitely like a popular thing that people want for peace, I guess, in mind. I think people are still around, right? Soul is more likely our memories, our experiences, our knowledge, our brain. Why did it? Oh my gosh. Your prosthetic feels like my leg now, only after a few months after amputation. I believe if I do it enough, then my body will get used to having non-biological parts and I won't need to worry about transferring myself. Yeah, but you're talking about the brain's ability to adapt, to create new nerve connections, to do that sort of thing. But what I'm talking about, like what I think the core of this argument is we're talking about our brain. All the rest of it doesn't really matter because our brain is where we are, you know. And so like it's one thing for our brain to be able to do those things, but if our brain is replaced, that is a totally different thing altogether, right? What are you reading? I don't know. Is that I'm not sure if is that a meme? Is it okay for transgender people to be gay? Absolutely it is. A large percentage of transgender people are gay, actually. A lot are gay. Oh wait, I missed this one. Jason. I have a contrary view to having children is selfish. I think it's selfish if we don't reproduce because all our ancestors for thousands of generations suffered and died to bring our genetic code to existence. To kill that off by choice is selfishly ignoring those sacrifices and the massive chain of actions that brought us to life. Alright, Jason. I'm just gonna say, that's fucking ridiculous. It's only selfish not to reproduce if the human race is in actual, actual possibility of dying out. Like, that's the only way. Because you can adopt. If people weren't selfish dicks with children, they would adopt. There's plenty of kids out there who need good homes, like all that stuff. To want a biological child of your own, totally selfish. In the scenario that we're in, the modern world where, we are in zero danger of dying out, like to lack of children. Our only danger of shit is it dying out. Like our danger of dying out is because there's too many kids. Because of global warming, because of too much of that. Like, that's our danger right now. So, yeah. Super selfish to have kids. Not that, like, and I want a fucking kid, too. I've always known that. I have sperm frozen, and I've always kind of wanted that, like, and I know I do have, even the fact that I do have generally pretty good genes, but I want them, and that's selfish. I know that's selfish as fuck for me to want kids, and, like, seriously think about it, consider it. I have sperm frozen. I've paid a lot of money to have that done, so obviously it's not something that I'm totally aware of that selfish desire, but it is 100% selfish. Don't kid yourself that it's anything else. Selfish as fuck. The last thing this planet needs is more people on it. The last thing. You'd like to adopt one day instead of bringing another poor soul into this fucked up world? Yeah. I would not. I should adopt. It's obviously, I would prefer to adopt. It's obviously the less selfish, better way to go about things. Having a kid is much harder than asexual reproduction that creates one copy when another dies. Shouldn't plan for my kid and had no choice in their creation. So I ended up falling in love with the little womb gremlin. I know. There's nothing wrong with that, Marie. We are programmed. To do that. To want to have kids, love our kids, to enjoy that, all that. Like, that's okay. It's greedy, it's selfish, and all that, and like, that's okay. We are programmed to be that way. Where it's evolution. We're programmed to survive and all that. We have all this knowledge and technology nowadays that can tell us, that allows us to act more logically and rationally, but that doesn't mean that we don't still have those selfish desires that were necessary at one point, no longer are necessary, but we still want them. The same reason we want, like, sugar. We want sugar. We don't need it because it has a lot of calories and fat and, like, whatever, other stuff in it, and we want that because that's how we're programmed to store calories and all that. It doesn't mean it's like good for us, though. It's just something that is in our nature programmed. And that doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean like, oh, you should never ever have sugar. You should never have any food that's bad. You should never do anything that you are programmed to want to do. No, it's fine. It's fine to be selfish. It's fine to do things for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to recognize it for what it is. You gotta at least have the courage and the balls to like see it as it is and try to do it as responsibly as you can, right? Like, you shouldn't just have a million fucking kids. You shouldn't just eat like, you know, endless amounts of candy or just whatever it is. Like, it's about, you can recognize it's bad and that we want it because we're programmed to, and just try and be responsible, decent people about it. Do the best we can. That's all we can really do, right? You're pretty awesome, but the world would not miss my genetic code if I were not to reproduce. And that goes for everybody else too. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, there's maybe like a few super geniuses or humans that are something that it would be beneficial if they reproduce, but in general, we're not gonna. There's more than enough out there that they're not really gonna be missed. Eugenics, hot tub chat, I mean, I guess. Can I reproduce? Yes, I can reproduce. In vitro fertilization of a birth parent? Virginia? You were adopted, therefore you will continue the tradition, but you only adopt fur babies. Nice, Brian. You've bred one small me, and that's enough for this planet. Yeah. You don't want babies for their calories? What does that have to do with anything? Your genetic code ends with you. If you choose not to reproduce or further it through reproductive donations, making that choice willingly is like knowingly deleting it from the genetic pool on purpose. Sure. That's so fucking cocky and arrogant. To think your genes, everything about you is so much better than everyone else. So you're just so much better. Yours have to continue, right? It doesn't matter that the world's overpopulated, there's way too many. You're so much better. Yours needs to continue. Yeah, that's cocky and arrogant as fuck, right? It's human. We're programmed to think that way, and that's okay. I think that way, right? You know? Most of the girls I've dated too have said like, oh, you're so smart though, or whatever. You don't want your genes to continue. Of course I do. Everyone does. But it's it's not it's not like logical or necessary. Humanity doesn't need me to survive. Do you just wear two-piece swimsuits, or have you ever rocked a one-piece bathing suit? No, I've got a one-piece on my Instagram. If you go down, I think it was posted like a few bits. There's a blue one on my Instagram that I put up shots of. Sorry if this sounds stupid, Pop Machine 195, but what if you were to be a baby sleeping and then you lived your whole life from start to finish, and then the baby wakes up? It was one night. So in other words, in one night of sleep, you can see your life. That'd be cool but weird. It's kind of like that Rick and Morty episode, right? Where these like, it's that game where they go to that arcade place and there's that game where they live through an entire life in it, and Morty gets so tripped out by it, but Rick beats it right away, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of like that, and it is an interesting thought too, because you can apply it in general too. If our world is a simulation, you know, for all we know, this could all be a simulation, and we could just be super advanced beings who, the moment we die, we wake up from the simulation, and it all took place in basically an instant within their brains. You know, it's a training exercise, a learning tool, a vacation, whatever. Just saying. I don't necessarily believe any of those things. I'm just putting out possibilities for what things could be, right? Definitely possibilities. So if you freeze your sperm, can you have your own kids? Yes, I can. I could carry my own biological child. I have sperm frozen, and they have uterus transplants, which are actually not that hard and fairly successful to do. And there's already been, I believe, 2 trans women who've done it. Just need a female donor egg through in vitro fertilization, and I could carry my own biological child. Already possible by science. Hi there. Yes, Kara. And personal question that I want you to answer if you don't want to, but there have been major leads in reproductive health, artificial wombs, and all the other part. Do I want to become pregnant eventually? No. I don't. I could already do it. I could already become pregnant with my own biological child. I would much rather have a surrogate or someone else carry that shit, because I don't want to have my body wrecked. Right? Doesn't sound fun to me. I don't need to do that. I don't even really want kids in general. You know, last thing I want to, the world doesn't need more kids, and the last thing I need to do is go way out of my way to fucking carry my own. I could do it, but why go through all that? Thanks, Maria. Appreciate it. not stoned, I'm autistic, so I think about the weirdest thing. Yeah. How are you making that determination? Heritage traits, ethnicity. Do you have an Xbox? No. Not for a long time. I haven't had one of those. History of mental illness in my family, and luckily you've been okay, but you're afraid of cursing your seed. It's a fair concern to have, right? Pregnancy sounds rough as fuck. Yeah, holy shit. Pregnancy is rough as fuck. Like, who would want to go through that fucking hell? Come on, give respect to women who go through that shit. That shit is, like, terrible. You know? Who would want to go through that fucking torture? You have to, like, do all, like, worry about all these things with your body. Can't do any drugs. No more alcohol. No more medications. You have to, like, be extra careful. You're throwing up in the morning and you're just, like, carrying this huge thing around. Stretch marks. You gotta, like, oh my god. Who wants to do that? That's a terrible, terrible thing that you have to go through. Not fun. I don't want to do that. No, thank you. Do you refer to me and my autism as a mental illness? I just refer to it as a genetic mutation, or... Oh, do not. Okay. Fair. You like the color red? Thanks. You're autistic, myself, and I feel the same way. I don't see it as something I'd ever want to cure. It's every part of myself. Is anything else? Yeah. I'm pretty autistic too. You know, and I don't know. I hate being, I'm not a fan of being autistic in general. Just like I'm not a huge fan of ADHD. But being trans, yeah, also not a fan of. If you could, but if being trans, it's like if you ask the question, what if you could just not be, or what if you could just like be happy being a male? No, because I can't imagine that being trans. But if you were to ask me if I could be happy not having ADHD or being autistic, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good with ditching those. And like, I'm good with ditching trans too, even in the way, I mean, I guess for me, I can't imagine being male, but like if you're talking like be a female, then yeah, like born female, absolutely. Get rid of all that shit. It's made me who I am, sure. Has made me who I am, but still been a nightmare along the way with a lot of struggles, so I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Just like sometimes I'm like, if I could just be like a bit stupider, you know? Because as IQ goes up, happiness decreases. It's like, damn, if I was like just a bit dumber, you know, I'd take that too, because I could be a lot happier. Wasn't quite as smart as I was. How tall am I? I'm 5'9". You're 50-50 at times, where I will love but also hate your autism. Your wife and you don't want to have kids, but you refuse to contribute to her being pregnant. It's fair. I've seen videos in high school where during the pregnancy process, some women will skinny dip. I don't know. People skinny dip whenever they want. For whatever reasons they want. Definitely nothing to do with pregnancy. Hey, Dirty Dan. Welcome back. I think you'd get along better not being autistic, but I really just wish the world was more accessible. That's true. Bubsy, it's like the world in general is just not, it's not designed around anyone with any sort of disorders. It's not designed around trans people, like none of that. It's just not very accessible to all those sorts of things. They're impediments that are gonna make your life harder. And probably not better. We can tell ourselves that, I guess, you know? That, like, it's, shaped us as people. Shit, is my stream dropping? Why does it keep lagging? Why you gotta do this to me, huh? Why you gotta do this to me, bro? Okay. Okay. So yeah, like, when it comes down to it though, this shit is, depends what mood I'm in, I guess, as far as, like, I can't imagine being a different person than I am, right? It's like, hey, this has made me who I am. I would be a totally different person if it wasn't for all the struggles and the things I had to deal with. But in reality, shit would have been a lot easier and probably better if I didn't have to deal with them. And that's not because of their inherent issues. It is obviously about the world. We are products of our environment. If the world was easier and all that stuff, more accepting, wouldn't be as big of an issue. By a yes, Hera. Thanks for coming by. How do I feel about young children transitioning? Nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that, I guess? I mean, what level of young children are you talking about? And in general, like, yeah, no, there's no issues, because if they're really young and they're always just, you know, trying to be a female, like, or, you know, if they're male and born male and always just totally associated with female from a super young age, with, like, at that point they have pretty much zero influence from anything, like, clearly that is how they feel, and that's how it's gonna be. If they're that young and doing it, that's not gonna change either. Absolutely. And then if you're talking about, like, young children as you know, 10, 11, 12, 13, then absolutely there too, because those kids are not one of the people that I'm probably gonna have on this weekend is someone who's trans, who got to transition before puberty, support from her parents and everything, and I'm sure she'll be able to give more on that than I could. Maybe, I mean, like, I tried at that age, but I didn't get to actually do it. And it's an interesting topic. It's a common one that comes up that I feel like a lot of people just in general don't respect children at all, like, or teens or anything. They just think they're too stupid. They give them very little credit. And you should give kids a lot more credit. Ignorance is bliss. Yvonne, yeah, you're right there. Hi there, Clovera, welcome back. Puberty blockers are very safe and have been used for a long time, not just for trans people, not to mention that puberty starts as normal as soon as you come off them. Yep, that is really, like, even if you throw out all the rest of the stuff, which is just in general, like, kids aren't going to want to do that unless they really have to. Unless you're left with no choice, because it sucks being trans, right? I mean, no kid wants to be trans. It's awful. The last thing you want to do is not fit in with anyone, to be different. No one wants that. So even if you throw out that general thing, like, puberty blockers are totally safe. There's nothing wrong with them. Like, there's no risks. So, yes, it's insane and cruel torture for anyone to suggest that kids shouldn't be able to go on those, basically. Fucked up. I don't think there's anything wrong as long as it's the child's will and they are not being pushed to do it by others. Yeah, people are really out there pushing for it, I guess. I mean, seems weird to me that people would be pushing for someone to be trans. That just seems a little odd to me, to think that would ever happen. Oh, suggestible. That's not a poll. It's a request. Which I'm not doing. It's not a question. You're just trying to get me to do a thing. Children don't have enough autonomy. I agree there. I wanted nothing more than to be taken more seriously as a kid, you know? Sadly didn't, but it's really all I wanted. I wonder about the naysayers. At what point when they were kids did they want to change gender? Probably never. Unless they were in fact trans, right? But all these people somehow think kids are choosing to be trans. Choosing, or they're thinking like they're manipulated into being trans, right? Like, kids are manipulated into being trans. Yeah, like, that's just, oh, just so absurd and ridiculous thought for anyone who is actually trans and grew up with that and has experienced those feelings and all that. Like, it's such an absurd thought and ideas in general. Could never work that way. It's not a pull. It's a request. You got your points back though. So I rejected it. If you want to pull, it has to be an actual question with options. Not trying to get me to do something that doesn't happen until other things are met. I'm not gonna just do it. Kids just need love and support. The fabled trans suicide rate goes back down to normal rate if they have at least one supportive person in their life. Sad as fucking heartbreaking. I haven't heard that of the one person in their life, but I can say from experience that sounds really, really fucking true. Because that is all I needed, was that first one person. And I was miserable until I got that one person who did accept me. So yeah, sounds absolutely fucking true. Yeah, that's all I wanted. Like, that was all I thought about my entire adolescence and early adulthood, all that. Every waking moment and thought, falling asleep, anything, all I wanted was someone to just accept me. That was like my fantasy. My biggest fantasy was like, oh, I could just like tell people and it would be okay. Really is what it came down to. Which I imagine is not unique to me, but pretty common among trans people in general. That's very heartbreaking. Makes me grateful and my friends, parents supporting me. Yeah. I mean, being rejected my first time trying to tell my parents. I just couldn't even imagine telling anyone about it again, because it was just so crushing to have that. When I finally did, I felt like nothing could stop me, I guess. Which it didn't matter at that point. You know, I didn't even care what my parents thought at that point or anything, because I at least had that one person who supported me, that one close person. So it's really what it came down to. If she had rejected me, I would have been really fucked. I probably would have killed myself at that point. So there's no way I could have told anyone else again. Seem alright as far as you can tell. Thanks, Leo. You're really proud of yourself right now. Why is that? Let me see. Because you came out to your parents? That's good. It's awesome that you came out to your parents. It's hard. Terrifying. Super. I had to work out. It took me like a year to work up my courage to do that. And I had to do it in a note. I couldn't even do it in person in the initial talk. So I was so scared. You're very happy, and I'm still with you. Each one of your lives are important and bring so much value. Thank you for not giving up on yourself. Yeah. Thanks. Your life is your own. Do with it what you will. Yeah, I agree with that in a way, but I also don't want to cause any suffering, or, you know, and I'd rather do what I can to bring positivity into the world, I guess, which I think I am capable of. They won't accept it. Enough. See for life. What did you come out as? And why won't they accept it? You know? What's going on there, I guess? So without sounding rude or anything, when I phrase this, but you were a guy that's now a woman? Yes. That is right. Gay and a cross-dresser. What did they say about that? You look better than a lot of women out there. Thanks. I appreciate that. Congrats for doing what makes you happy and complete. Yeah. It's not really a choice when you're trans. You have to do it. It consumes every waking moment of your life. What it comes down to is like, do it or kill yourself. It's really, really the only choice you have. There's maybe a few people out there that can like suffer their entire lives through it and just hate everything, live a total lie. But for those of us who are not capable of just like living an entire lie and hating every moment of our lives and faking everything, then it really comes down to transition or kill yourself, you know? Wait, is it okay? I hope it's okay. Okay. My stupid internet. Okay. Yes. It's hard for some to admit or come to terms with it. So what I mean is, well done for getting through it and actually chasing something you missed out on. No, that totally makes sense. I appreciate that, you know? Thanks. I did try to do that. I did my best. Hope you can just accept yourself. I know it's hard when people don't support you. They aren't gonna be there for you and love you for who you are, and then fuck them. It's very true. Very true. Here. Oh my gosh. Pause this stream. It's being a dick. There we go. Life is precious. I don't know if I inherently agree that life is always precious. Like, I think there's a lot of factors to consider there. I value my life by how it impacts others in the world, and I think it's complicated, I guess, you know? And that's why people kill themselves, right? It's not always so simple as to just say, like, everyone should live or never should kill yourself or whatever. That sort of thinking is why people do kill themselves, because you have to be willing to really understand why people do it and why it happens and what's going on in their heads. You have to be a little more empathetic, willing to sort of actually look through their eyes, their experience. Thanks, Aelthal. No, you haven't. You've done jack shit wrong. It's them who should be ashamed. Never feel ashamed for being you. Shit, is it really lagging again? Fuck. Why is my internet so dumb? Is it still lagging? Ugh. Hate that. So annoying, guys. Okay. So parents fucking suck. They don't accept you. Fuck. That's rough. It's rough. Don't excuse their behavior for anything else but garbage. You know? My parents fucked up hard when they didn't accept me. It was garbage behavior. Nothing else. They are the pieces of shit. They are the pieces of shit, you know? All it comes down to, and like, I needed those other people in my life who did accept me, and that meant everything, and you have to find those. But your parents are pieces of shit too. Just like mine were. They can evolve though. Mine have accept me now. You know, they've come around. Things are fine now between us. But they still behaved like total fucking garbage, awful people when I was younger and tried to come out, and that's just how it is. Don't look at it as anything but that, you know? You're certainly not the one at fault. They're shitty fucking people. Plain and simple, and no excuses. Am I still good on the lag? I'm like, I don't even know now how everything's going. Like, did any of this even go through? I don't even fucking know. It's doing good? Okay. Thank you. I just need to know, you know, where it's at and everything. Annoying. Stupid stream. Okay. Sold over time, very intermittent. Yeah. As long as it's not right now, though. That's what I want to know, you know? I can see the lag spikes on there. And I know when that happens, but outside of that, as long as things are okay. Zinni. Come here. She's coming. Come here, buddy. Oh. You be a dancing dog? Yeah. My little dancing girl. Say hi. Hi. Hi there. Hi, buddy. There we go. Good girl. My voice is coming through just fine. Okay, good. Pop. Yep. Hi, doggy. Hi, indeed. She's gonna be floating the river on Tuesday with me and my best friends and a few other people. She loves floating the river when I take her. She gets to go on like a 4-hour. If you aren't familiar with it here in Boise, it's really cool. But you drive up and it's a 4-hour float down the river. Everyone does it. There's some rapids, like light rapids at a point. You know, you don't need like anything hardcore. They're like whatever the lowest level are, you know, level 1 rapids. And she loves it. She loves getting a float. She goes and she swims. She's adorable. Gets to hang out and chill in the raft. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. She doesn't know it's coming, but she's excited. Right, buddy? What, buddy? Oh God, what? What? She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Hi, buddy. What? Dog, yep. Pepperoni. Pup on the table. She's the real star right here, right? Why am I taking a bath inside? I don't know. Why not? Why not? Why? Why are you restoring Forcian? Is it a hot bath? Yeah, it's hot. Not too hot. She could certainly handle it, but it's nice and warm. Wagging again, are you sure? Sit. Sit. There you go. Good girl. Look how tiny she is compared to me. So tiny. Right, buddy? You tiny little pup. Come here. Yeah. It's my little baby. Just wants to come hang out, huh, buddy? Just want to hang out. Yeah, party. Party girl. Always wants to party and hang out. Silly little dog. Little party dog. There you go. There we go. Sorry, you've been replaced by a shake weight. You've been shake weighted. Gotta burn those calories. Oh yeah, are you just chilling right there, Zinni? You still wanna chill? Oh yeah. Okay. The dog is so cute. She is, huh? So adorable. Maybe it lives in... Don't they bathe outside? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a great shaker. Yeah. I think so too. Great shaker. Wait again. Should I do both? Shake and squats. Shake and squats. Shake and squats. I want to be so in such good shape. Yeah. Since I had surgery, I mean, I don't get to work out this arm like I used to, you know? This arm used to get quite a good workout. Doesn't anymore. Could be a guy on crusade on the net to restore foreskins. Yeah. Could be. Gosh. Gee golly. Gee golly, guys. Like, I really do need to just call my ISP tomorrow. Because it's such a problem for me. Caused my other stream to drop. Like, I really need them to not constantly fuck me over on my internet. Because it matters. Dropping just hurts things so much. That bug. That bug bothers me so much. I need to get it. Can I like... Yeah, I don't know. I need like a command man. Thanks, guys. It's too good now? Alright. Don't want to be a drag, but definitely get that internet fixed connection. It's all over the place. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. I pay for like literally the most expensive internet I can here. The best setup I possibly can, and there's only so many times they can call and complain, right? Not really options or anything, so kind of just what I'm stuck with. I can try and call and complain again, but reality, probably not gonna do much, right? Try though. Just literally no other options. Where's here? I'm in Boise, Idaho. Boise, Idaho. Not really any options we have. How fast is my internet speed? I've got gigabit connection. 250 up, I believe. I think it's 250 up. 1 gigabyte. A gigabit down, I guess, and down measured in bits, but yeah, that's how they all do it, right? So yeah, it's not slow internet, you know, and it's the fastest that is available anywhere from here. Getting a workout with the shake weight, yeah, getting it. I wonder why you are having problems. It's because, who knows? They're assholes. It's because there's a lack of options, so they can be lazy. It's like, what can I do? There's no one else to go to, so they can just have shitty internet, don't have any choices, right? Pretty much what it comes down to, I think. Goodbye, Nas. Thanks for coming by. I'll do my best to try and get them to do better on my internet, but yeah. I will. Stuff through the gut. So yeah, I'll see what I can do tomorrow. See what I can do, what I can fix. I'm gonna try and get demanding with them and try and get someone to come out or something, or for them to at least admit that it's a problem, which I haven't been able to get, so gonna try. Box cock. Thank you. I appreciate that.